Maddie doesn't remember this, but there was once a time when you had to explain what the internet was.
That little mark with the A and then the ring around it?
At?
See, that's what I said. I mean...
Well, Allison should know.
What is internet anyway?
Internet is that massive computer network.
The one that's becoming really big now.
Okay, back in 1994, it was hard for people to see how transformative the technology would become to how we work, live, and play. And now in 2021, a new technology called the Metaverse is looking to be a similar force in the future. Mark Zuckerberg, for one, wants Facebook to be known as a Metaverse company instead of a social media juggernaut. In this week's Business of Entertainment, we enlist an industry expert helping to architect what many say will be the future of digital communication and entertainment to explain what Zuck has in mind. Aleissia Laidacker, Global Director of Creative Tech at Technicolor's The Mill, joins us now. Aleissia, welcome to Quicktake, and you know where I'm going to start. What is the Metaverse? How do we use it? It sounds futuristic, but I'm really clueless. I don't even know if the Metaverse is with a capital M or a little m.
Thank you for having me. I'll say that right now there is obviously a lot of hype about the Metaverse. And I think that's because so many people are starting to see the opportunities of being able to create all different types of experiences in virtual worlds. We're seeing virtual concerts happening in platforms such as Roblox and Fortnite. We're seeing virtual conferences happen as well. But the idea behind the Metaverse, and we are not there yet, is that these virtual worlds will one day be connected, they will be persistent, and that these bits of digital content and experience can exist both in the virtual world and in the physical world through different technologies such as augmented reality.
Okay, I think I get what you're saying here. So we're already seeing it in video games in a certain way. You mentioned the concerts, like in Roblox, for instance. What does it take on the user's end to participate in the Metaverse? I mean, the same hardware that you need to access Roblox or Fortnite, is there any other technology that's needed?
Yeah, I think what's great is, especially over the last year, we've seen how accessible the hardware and technologies have become to enter these virtual worlds and virtual experiences. If you just have a laptop or if you have a mobile phone, you can connect to experiences such as Roblox or Fortnite. We're seeing virtual concerts happen in VR, and things like the Oculus Quest 2 have become much more accessible compared to where VR was at a couple years ago.
So when it comes to Facebook and the Metaverse, is the Metaverse already spoken for by Facebook and these other big tech companies, or is there room for smaller companies and even individuals to carve out space?
I think it's going to be a combination of companies that are really going to be pushing towards what the Metaverse will be. It won't be just one company. People are very passionate as well about the idea of the open Metaverse, so essentially almost like the Internet 3.0. And for that to happen, it's going to be a combination of different companies and technologies that are pushing towards this. I think companies like Epic have really been very vocal about this and wanting to push for a really open platform. So it's exciting to see all the companies wanting to work together and not just one company that would be owning it.
Sure, but it also depends on the rules of the road. How are you thinking about what rules of the road need to be created to prevent future abuse issues or one company, two companies, four companies, as is today, dominating everything?
Yeah, I think standards is going to be a huge thing as we move, especially towards these interconnected worlds. Are we there yet? Do we have everything solved? No, but this is where I think having people looking towards standards will be very important. I think one of the other aspects that's very important today is thinking about the creator tools, really allowing it so that any creator, any maker around the world, we can have diverse voices of people that are creating content for the Metaverse and not just a handful of people. So it's exciting to see what companies like Adobe, Epic, and Unity are doing to be able to create and make it much more accessible to build content for the Metaverse.
You can create content, but will you own it? Will you own the data? Will you own the movement? Or are we paying big tech for access and once again, giving them ownership of everything that we do end up creating?
Yeah, the idea behind the open Metaverse is that the data would be decentralized here. And I think that is going to be extremely important as we look towards these platforms for the open Metaverse, so that I myself and you as yourself as a user, you own your data. You choose the content that you want to interact with. And at the end of the day, it is your data and not the companies that are owning it.
And I guess that's where NFTs and blockchain come in as well. Aleissia Laidacker, that's a whole different conversation, and it's one that we'll have with you in the future. Creative Director at the Technicolors The Mill. Thanks so much. Maddie?
We're going to get you some more tech headlines.